What's up, beautiful people? Today I want to show you my 10 best 3D prints of 2022. So let's start right here. The first thing I've printed with my Prusa was this Temp Tower, or temperature tower. This is used to align the temperature with the filament and the heat bed settings, the nozzle temperature, heat bed, and filament in combination. And so, as you can see, the ideal temperature for printing is somewhere in the range between 205 and 215 degrees Celsius, because the structures appear to be the best. You don't have spider webs, or that many spider webs like here. This is too hot. You get spider webs because the filament doesn't cool down. So it's drawing some spider webby thing. And the ideal temperature range is somewhere in between here. But it's good to check for every new filament you order, every new manufacturer filament. You should do a little print tower test. Here you can see, here are the structures, and this is a good tool to check the settings of your printer. Because I was quite happy with the print settings of my Prusa, I printed this nice little SD card holder. It's a cool design. It's very, what would you say? It's very alien-esque. So it has a nice little touch to it, and it came out pretty well. So the slopes or the hangovers were pretty accurate. This wasn't printed with, or this was printed without support structures. As you can see here, the edges came out quite nice. So I did not do much fiddling around with the printer settings, and it came out quite nice. So this sits on my desks, and it can handle up to 10 SD cards. Cool design, cool thing. The next thing I've printed was a replacement for a fidget spinner, which my daughter broke in half. So actually those are metal inserts, and this thingy here was from the old one, but I found a replacement and just printed the case for this, and the weights fitted in very nicely, and this was a no-brainer. No fiddling around, just came out very nicely from the Prusa printer. Up to the next. Then after that I printed some fun stuff. I printed this little toilet. My daughters own a little house for their Barbie dolls, and they wanted to have a toilet, and so I thought I would go with a golden toilet, which is actually quite nice. The structure is good. It came out, the first layer is really awesome. It came out quite nice. And now to something more practical. It's between a tool and a fun toy. This is the bare knuckle holder for the DJI action cam, or for GoPro action cams. You can mount the action cam here, and it is a nice little grip, so you can do some action scenes with the holder and the cam won't fly away. So this is quite nice. The Prusa printer settings were so good that the nut fitted really nicely into this recess here. I had to just to apply some little force, not too much force, and it went in, but it stayed in as well. So quite good. The first print didn't came out so good because I forgot to print with support structures. So it's recommended if you have overhangs like this, you have to add support structures. Okay, up to the next. After that, I printed some more practical stuff, and for example, I printed the plier holder. So this is a holder which you can attach to your workbench wall. Perhaps you own a French cleat wall, and then you can put in some pliers and they will stay nicely in place. As you can see here, they won't move, they won't go anywhere, but if you want to get them out, it's quite easy. Slide them back in and they stay in place. Awesome. I will put all the STL files, all the links to the Thingiverse files into the description, of course. Up to the next. After that, I've printed this nice little battery pack holder for the Bosch 18 volt series. So this is a battery pack from the Bosch Professional series. And I've printed this holder. This will go onto my workbench tool wall, as well as the plier holder. And yeah, you can see you can slide in the battery pack right in. It stays nicely in place because it locks onto this little recess, this cavity here. And if you want to release this, you just press like when removing from your power tools, and you slide it upwards and it fits very nicely. I printed a couple of those. Yeah, and the same I did for the 12 volt series of the Bosch Professional battery packs. But this is a little, yeah, this comes out a little bit different. This is a battery holder for 2 battery packs, and they do not have a locking mechanism, so they just slide in from the top. And as you can see, it's a bit angled, so if you mount it to your workbench wall, you can easily put them in and get them back out again. All right. And up to the next. The next thing I've printed was a bit bigger. Perhaps you can see it here. I can change the lens a bit more that it fits on as well. This is a bit holder, and it can store up to 70 bits for your screwdriver, for your ratchets. And yeah, this is called the bit butler. And yeah, this can be screwed with 4 screws into the workbench wall as well, into your French cleat system, for example, and you can put in all the bits you need. Sleek design, I love it. As you can see here, the printer did some little dings in here. I don't know what went wrong there, but every other overhang came out pretty nice, like this. All right, love it. And last but not least, the most important print, and I really love this, it's the so-called Digitus Impudicus. Here you go.